Hey guys, welcome to Solve My Math Homework. You know we're the YouTube channel that solves only the problems our subscribers send in. Alright, so today we're doing a Calc 1 final exam review, and it looks like we're finding the derivative of a square root function composed. It's really composed with this e to the x plus x within a square root function. So as soon as I say compose, you think, uh-oh, chain rule. But we're going to rewrite this, not going to be that bad. When you're doing derivatives, there are many times you want to rewrite to save yourself some hassle. Anytime you see the function is in a square root, you're going to rewrite it. What do I mean by rewrite it? I mean we're going to rewrite it with a power, so a fractional power, okay? Because power rules are much easier to deal with. So x plus e to the x all raised to the 1/2 power, okay? So that's much easier to do. And I've seen this called a lot of things. It really is just the chain rule. People call it the chain power rule, okay? So the chain power rule, if that's what you call it, simply says that you are going to use your power rule and bring down the 1/2, bring down the exponent like you normally would. So 1/2, and what happens after we do that? We rewrite what's being raised to the power, and then we subtract 1 from that power. So we say 1/2 minus 2/2. If you want to see it over here, 1/2 minus 1 is really 1/2 minus 2/2. You get a negative 1/2 power, okay? Let's get rid of this work over here. Now the last part of the chain rule is that you have to multiply it by the derivative, so the d dx, right, of the inside. So let's go ahead and see what that is, because that's not bad, because remember, e to the x is its own derivative. So we've got 1/2 times x plus e to the x, all raised, let's get rid of this here, all raised to the negative 1/2 power, times, what's the derivative of the inside? Derivative of x is 1, plus derivative of e to the x is e to the x. Remember, it is its own derivative. Okay, so let's clean this up on the next page. So I'm going to go ahead and rewrite it on a clean page. So we had 1/2 times x plus e to the x, all raised to the negative 1/2 power, all multiplied by 1 plus e to the x, the derivative of the inside. Okay, so we know negative exponents simply come down into the denominator. So let's look. We don't have a fraction, but look, we have 1/2, so we know we can rewrite this as a numerator over a denominator. We can rewrite it as a fraction. So let's go ahead and say, what do we know for sure is in our denominator? Well, we know the 2 is, and we know anything to the negative power is a reciprocal function. So x plus e to the x, instead of the negative 1/2 power, when you bring it down into the denominator, it is now the positive 1/2 power. Okay, so what's left in the numerator? This is left in the numerator, 1 plus e to the x. Now, when you sometimes see your answers on a test and your answer is not there, before you immediately think that you're incorrect, see if your answer is actually equivalent to one of the answers there. Most likely in the denominator, the answer or the teacher is going to rewrite anything to the 1/2 power back as a square root. So this is likely going to look like 1 plus e to the x all over 2 times the square root of x plus e to the x. Either is fine, right? This technically is fine. The first version here is fine, but it's most likely that you're going to see the answer here on the right-hand side. Okay, that's it. I hope that helped. If you have any questions, pop them in the comments section. And again, I only solved this problem because a subscriber sent it in. So if you're not yet a subscriber, why not? Go ahead and hit subscribe and send me your hard problems, and I'll do those too. Thanks for watching.